After Annie Patuguk died, an Ottawa police officer posted statements about Indigenous people on Facebook. His chief called the statements racist, and the officer is now facing charges under the Police Act. C. Patuguk is Annie Patuguk's brother. We asked him what he would like to tell the Ottawa police.
I would like to tell them that to investigate more about what really happened, because I don't really know what really happened there.
Ottawa police were also on the mind of former Premier Paul Ukalik when the Legislative Assembly returned to Iqaluit this week.
I read the comments of a senior member of the Ottawa Police Force being very discriminatory towards Aboriginal people that were drunks and drug addicts, and if a senior member of the force that reviews our conduct of the police here has those type of views, I don't want to be associated with them in any way, shape, or form.
For Inuit in Nunavut, RCMP are a fact of life. Nunavut has astronomical rates of crime, 5.5 times higher than the national average. And people do talk. Franco Buscemi is a lifelong resident of Iqaluit.
And people talk in the community, and some of the stories you hear are quite disturbing, and even if they're only a kernel of truth in it, the videos that you see available online are just further confirm of what's happening.
This is the video Buscemi's talking about. This nude Inuk prisoner lunges for the RCMP. The officer seems to pistol whip him with a taser. This incident was investigated by Ottawa police. They found no wrongdoing. When you live in Canada's high crime capital, you have to teach your kids not just to be streetwise. They have to be cop smart too.
I've advised my daughter if there's ever a situation that would require her to, where she feels that she would have to call the police, to call me first. And there's a number of reasons. Our justice system is not set up to serve victims, and if she's a victim of a crime, then my interest is her, and I feel there's no one else and no other system that can protect her better than I can.
Alyssa Pishutiopic's family has been in Iqaluit since before there was an Iqaluit, one of the first Inuit families to move here once the American military moved in. She's been the mayor and now is president of the Kuleet Council for the Status of Women. She spends a lot of time in Ottawa, and she's seen their police in action.
There is some, you could sense sometimes it's an issue to some extent. They look at you differently because they know your Aboriginal descent, definitely.
Pishutiapic can be a citizen and a politician in the same breath. It's second nature to her. But she doesn't hold back when asked about the Ottawa police officer's comments about Annie Patuguk's death.
I thought, how stupid of him, considering there's a murder missing, inquiring to murdered missing women. Stupid. Because unfortunately that's going to paint all officers. Sometimes that's happened. It's human nature, but that's one stupid officer, I thought.
Pishutiapic is cautious. Nunavut's sky-high crime rate means that if you live in Nunavut, you simply see the RCMP more often.
My father was one of, back in the day, even before Iqaluit was a community. He worked for RCMP as a special constable in Nunavut. So I grew up knowing that these are people that you can rely on to be safe.
Nunavut's V Division commanding officer was scheduled to talk to us about this story on October 16th, the day after Annie Patuguk's funeral. Since then, he has been unavailable to comment. In Nunavut, scale is everything. In a southern community, one racist police officer is just one of many. In a small Nunavut community, that could be 1/3 to 1/2 of your total police force. One person in uniform can have an impact on an entire community. And that's why whoever gets to review those decisions can make a huge difference. Ken Driscoll, APTN National News, Iqaluit.